playback.
Every time I hear
why
it,
do that? Why?
I'm like, I don't know why I do it. I can't resist it when it comes on.
I know, but when it come on,
Hey, it is what it is.
hey man, we got the big homie, man. We got the big homie Quentin Bohanna, man. He in the background. He figuring it out. Yes, sir.
It out, technical difficulties.
Yeah, but he gonna be here. Yeah, so we got plenty of talk about why he working on coming all the way in the show. But man, we talking to one of our own, the former rookie. He officially a vet.
Sir.
He a vet now.
A vet now.
Yeah, you're a vet. You ain't. It's either you're a rookie or you're a vet. After your rookie year, you're a vet.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man.
You went through one whole year. You a vet and you played.
Yeah, man. So obviously we're excited to talk to Quentin Bohanna.
Big Bo.
Yes, sir.
So obviously we gonna be able to talk about those trenches and man, I ain't gonna give it away, but what you want to know? What y'all wanting to know?
Peel that thing. Peel that.
I told you I want to give him that self eval. How does he? How he feel? How did he feel? He did.
Yeah. Cause he got big shoes. He really do. He got big shoes, man. Like everybody expect the rookie. Well, nobody should expect a rookie to come in at D tackle and just be a super baller.
Big facts.
But going into year 2, year 3, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we counting on you, big dog.
We are.
But from what I've been seeing, he got the raw tools, no doubt. That's a big boy. So
normally it takes him a few years for those big boys, man. It took Ross,
it does.
Big Ross from Maryland. It took him about a year and a half or so.
Yeah, I think if we being fair to him, to any one of them, take about 3 years. Anything better than that is bonus.
Tristan Hill.
Yeah,
and he got skills. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this the big guy. You know what I mean? The big men always take a little bit longer, even in basketball, all kind of things. You feel me? They always take a little bit longer. But like I said, when I talked to him a while back, I said they sleeping on you, big Bo. They talking about all these one techs in the draft. He said, man, they sleeping on me. I ain't even scratched my surface of my potential yet. So.
Yeah, and that's real.
Yeah,
big boys take longer to cook. That's just what it is.
And plus, they had Urban, they had, Watkins, so it wasn't like he was forced to come right in and just boom.
Yeah.
Right. And even Justin took some snaps away, so Hamilton. Now he's in Denver land, though.
Right.
One thing for sure, too, listening to that Jerry, they committed to these young dudes, man.
Well,
we built through the draft.
You
That's
remember
their stance.
Yeah. You remember when he was saying, I don't know who was on here, when he was like, Jerry loves them young people, like them young people.
Yeah.
Like he loves he wants to develop them young people. So that's always been the thought because they are the backbone because they ain't paying no free agents.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something?
Final word, back to back. Dang.
Yeah.
I've been really in the field.
Back to back. Is this the
running
first
it up,
time we
man.
went back to back, bro? It's the first time we back to back.
Y'all know I can talk Cowboys every day. Oh, I do anyway.
Count that too, count it up.
What am I laughing?
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that
Say,
change.
man, that boy Law is cold on them buttons, bro.
Man,
Greens and pinks, it's all the same.
Y'all both good.
The truth. When I play, charge it to the game. I'm with T-Black, I'm with Revenue. I'm with Bay, I'm with J.
appreciate you.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about
we got some new
loyalty.
buttons.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's
Ain't
what
nothing like them new buttons.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I
Experiment.
experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's not
Yeah.
as real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Legit.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
All right, there it is.
Yeah.
There it
There
is.
it is.
The final
there
word,
it
man.
is. Final word.
So yeah, man, we got Quentin Bohanna in the background, man. He figuring out his technical stuff. It's just a little bit technical. What you say about something about planes?
Oh yeah, we building the plane while it's in the air.
Building the plane in the air. Building
Yeah.
the plane in the air.
We just got to make sure you got
So-
those landing wheels on before we land.
We
Right.
definitely got the landing wheel.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got them landing wheels, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Woo!
but in the meantime, we can talk
Bobby
ball,
Wagner's
bro.
coming. Bobby Wagner's coming.
Breaking news.
I'm jumping off. I'm just jumping off the top time.
Dog, you got me, dog.
He's like, oh, why didn't you tell me why we was on
Oh
there?
my God, man, you had me. Boy,
Nah.
you said, shoot. You said Bobby Wagner coming. I was like, well, wait a minute.
Got him, coach.
Got
Hey.
him.
But
Got him.
all right, but while we're waiting on Quentin, we can talk about the coach trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about them Colts real quick. Make sure
Carson Wentz. No,
Yeah.
let's talk about first Carson Wentz.
Or
Let's first talk
AB,
about
which
how,
one, Antonio Brown or Carson?
No, I ain't talking about no Antonio Brown. I ain't talking about no Antonio Brown no more. I do not ever want to talk about Antonio Brown no more.
Yeah.
Can't say everybody talk about him. Feel me? Nah, man. The thing that tripped me out about this Colts thing to Washington is the Colts said the same exact thing that the Eagles said. They said the same exact thing, that he doesn't show leadership qualities. He does not take to hard coaching, and he plays reckless. And that's exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles said about him too.
Yeah.
When they let him go, they said the exact same thing about him. So this is kind of wild. And the thing that really is crazy to me, how both those organizations said he can't take hard coaching.
Wow.
See, and what used to kill me is boys used to think I was. Oh, I'm gonna just keep it real.
Keep it
Cowboy
real.
fans used to lecture me when I used to get on Carson Wentz.
Oh my goodness.
Cowboy fans used to lecture me, right? How dare you talk about Carson Wentz? He's so much better than Dak.
Man, Cowboys fans defending Carson Wentz over Dak.
But
man.
Hey, before you get into that point, the Colts had a top 10 defense, the number one offensive line, right? You can't argue against
Yep.
that offensive line. The number one running
Right.
back, right?
Yep.
And Carson couldn't
Oh, I
do
forgot, y'all.
anything with that. Top
couldn't
wide
do
receivers,
nothing.
come on, man.
They was in the
Nothing.
playoffs until them last two games when they choked him up. He played the two of his
Jaguars.
worst games of the season when it mattered the most. You know what I mean? So him going to Washington, nobody look. The only thing that was keep Carson here because he does have talent. Carson Wentz does have talent. I mean, you seen he does have arm talent. He has a physical talent as a quarterback. But now we're starting. But what we understand is there's a lot of people in the game that got physical talent. But you got to have it upstairs too, especially if you playing quarterback. You got to be that alpha male quarterback. You got to be it because everybody just ain't gonna jump and follow you. You got to be a leader. These dudes ain't gonna just jump up there and follow you just because you went over here and went over there. Oh, let me get a shout out right quick for a donation, $20 holla.
Donation.
Donation. Donation.
Hold on.
Donation.
Hold on. We got a new button. We got a new button for donations. Sure.
There it is. Shout out to Chevron Wilson. I'll just give his question. He says, you know why Baby Nuts is holding on to that money? He said he got to keep paying this money under the table for good old Jerry. And if it's true, it's been 26 years since his team won a championship. Jerry's time, big dog. I mean, I'm going to tell you what. I remember, I think it was about 3 years ago, y'all, and I heard Stephen Jones on an interview, right? And he said, they said something about the team. He said, he said, well, I hope Cowboys fans love us because we ain't going nowhere. That's what he said.
Wow.
He said, we ain't going nowhere. Ever.
I could tell you, but going back to Wentz real quick, one thing I could tell you that I like, that I'm really starting to like.
My
is
bad.
that-
Big Bo, I didn't mean to cut you off, boss. Big Bo just hit me up and he said he's getting his iPad situated and stuff.
Okay, he gonna come in through the iPad.
Probably so to the iPad.
It's all good. Hey, so everybody, man, we got just to catch everybody up real quick. Everybody that's waiting, we do got our own former rookie, Mr. Quentin Bohanna, finna come in and he finna get down with the final word.
Yeah.
We finna talk some football with the OG. We can call him OG now. All that rookie talk over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over.
It's over. It's time to talk for real. Like, hey, you've been through the whole thing, big dog, so it's time to talk.
Yeah, take them gloves off, man. Take them gloves off. We gonna ask him to
take it off, big dog. Take it off.
Really comfortable first, though.
What's your thoughts on Wentz though coming to the Washington team?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
You want Boss go first?
Go first, Law.
I
sit back in the cut, big dog. I sit back.
The thing is, with good old Carson, we got a number one wide receiver that's he going to be targeting. His name is Trayvon Diggs. I can't wait to see Trayvon Diggs pick off good old Carson Wentz. And with that nasty maroon color on, we can see him even better now, So, when Parsons get off that edge and the guy that liked to play basketball with the football, Carson Wentz, I can't wait for Parsons to blitz through the A or B or come off the edge and get to good old Carson. I can't wait. So I'm glad that he's back. We're going to welcome him and embrace him. And I hope that the NFL world makes it at least around week 1 or week 2 when everybody fresh. So we will not have any excuses about his so-called injury or what have you.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on Carson Wentz. He's a good guy, by the way.
But we got one more. That I'm keeping my eye on. Watson. I'm
Deshaun.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. I don't want him in Philly.
Oh, I ain't worried.
I don't want him in Philly. You know what I mean?
I do not want him in Philly. I do not want. You said you ain't worried about him, but did you say that, Law? You ain't worried about him?
Don't he supposed to be suspended for a few games?
No, well, we talking about if he can play. I'm saying, but if he can play,
if he can
play, we do not want the Eagles getting him, bro.
How much they gonna have to spend to get him?
Oh, his last contract was 35.
I mean, they got ammo though.
Yeah, they do. $17 million in
He's
cap
only
space.
a 35 average per year right now.
Right.
Somebody will buy that in a heartbeat, especially with the cap rising. Because by next year, the television revenue is going to be fully kicked in.
But here's my thing. I wouldn't want the Giants to get him more so than the Eagles because of Brian.
That's a good point.
DeBall.
Yeah, because he don't fit the Giants to me. He fits the Eagles to me.
Oh, you saying?
Yeah, if he went to the Eagles,
opinion.
he would be the reincarnation of Cunningham. The exact same game. I mean, they play exactly the same, bro. If you go look at them boys, them wild but accurate throws, athletic throws, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are mirror images of each other. That would be the reincarnation. I promise you, of Cunningham. And I ain't scared of no, but it's like I want this.
We keeping it real.
Just keep it real. I want that man in our division.
We don't want to deal with that. Like, let's keep it real. It's not about fear, but that dude's a good player.
Yeah.
And if the Eagles, as much as they hate Dallas, like this is my angle from a Boston Law. The way the Eagles hate Dallas, they would embrace Deshaun Watson. They would embrace him.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like they don't have some players. You feel me? He will be a problem for Dallas, dog. Two times a year, he will be a problem.
Let me ask y'all too.
He was 39.
Take your Cowboys goggles off. Take your Cowboys goggles off. Who's better? Not Carson's, but Watson or Prescott?
Oh man. Last year, I would have said Dak. Last year, I would have said Dak.
Last year.
Yeah. Based on how Dak finished this year, not closing games, I would say Watson.
I mean, we had this debate. Remember we talked about, I did a video on it, and I fought, tooth and nail. I always said his numbers are damn near identical to Deshaun Watson.
It was actually better.
But I do think, in my opinion, as a natural throwing quarter, I just think he's better in that aspect.
Yeah.
I just do.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
if the Cowboys trade for Watson, or if they do the thing,
What?
Like what would you say about that? then,
Okay, would you
since
do
y'all
it?
saying
Would
that?
you do it? Would
Would
you
I
do
do
it?
it?
I
Would you
wouldn't.
do it, boss?
nah,
Would you do
I
it?
wouldn't trade. See,
So if they did a straight up trade,
Oh, a straight up trade?
No. If they do like a groove, they do like the groove, like
No,
what
don't tell. I want him to answer
you want
that
me to
one,
answer this? You want me to answer this? You gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. And that's
You can't handle the truth.
I'm gonna tell you what. I got a good reason too.
Okay,
I got a real good reason, bro. Listen,
Yoga fire.
it's right in your face. It's actually right in your face.
What's that?
It's right in your face. One guy is playing, and one guy's in.
I ain't talking about the trouble. I ain't no trouble.
But that comes with a player, dog.
Okay. See. I like boss. I like boss.
That's
I like
real
how
talk.
he does, right.
Okay,
I
listen.
feel you.
Because it's more
The
than
player.
just play, right? Because we always
feel
do
you.
that, right? Okay,
Yeah,
we can
okay.
wipe that away. I'll wipe that away. It's another reason why I still would go with Dak.
Okay.
Because Dak has been tested in the Dallas Fires.
Yeah.
We know what Dak is under pressure. The Texans pressure ain't nothing like Dallas. And I've been watching how he handling this, stuff he's under, this alleged stuff that he's under.
Right.
He don't handle it cool like Dak, bro. He's
No, he
not
don't.
cool like Dak, bro. So
he
like
gets attitude. He gets attitude.
he gets attitudes. He
He
goes off to the media. He throwing towels
Yeah.
at the media. Can
Yeah.
you imagine him in Dallas?
Oh yeah, all those reports.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if the
Now,
massage
if we
parlors
could
the same
just
in Dallas.
make it just about play, I mean, if we could just slice it to play. This year, I would have took Watson. Last year, I would have took that for sure. For sure. And I'm talking about career-wise. But based on where Watson left off, to answer your question, that's my answer.
And you gotta say no cap though. You know you gotta put no cap. That's what the kids say nowadays, right? So you picking Dak,
No
no
cap.
cap. Big game
Nah,
James,
I mean,
you
no.
picking Dak, no cap, right? Or
Yeah.
you go with Watson.
And Lau, how you gonna put us on the spot, big
put
dog?
it
Hold
on
on,
the
who
spot.
you picking, big dog?
I ain't gonna run from it.
I'm going with
I ain't
4.
gonna run from it. Oh,
Man, both
I'm
of
going.
them.
Hold on, what? Four.
I'm
That boy
going
said
for
4.
I'm going with number 4.
Yeah, okay, smooth, big dog, smooth.
He's going for the 4, and I'm pleading the 5th.
1, 2, 3.
Nah, we waiting though, big.
Hey, but you see how
I'm
Kyler Murray,
saying.
you see how Kyler Murray handled the media.
I'm
It's
doing
difficult.
you. I'm doing you, boss. I
Okay.
feel you. I'm with you because I'm gonna just keep it real. It's right there with me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Right.
love Dak, but it's right there with me. Like it could go either way with
Right.
me. It really could. I'm sorry because if there wasn't the off-field issues. Let's just keep it real. My opinion, and they got Deshaun Watson, I would be feeling good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, because I feel like that ball would. I just gotta shake my shoulders on that one.
Oh my gosh, man.
Next,
But
All
you
right,
know what?
next.
Before we go to the next topic, Dak
Yeah, we can get your
Prescott-
answer, Lau.
Dak Prescott.
yeah, we
forced
get
me.
your answer all.
Dak Prescott forced me to take the word and the name elite out of my mouth after I was fighting, but it was after the Kansas City Chiefs game. I said, okay, y'all won. I'm not gonna call him elite Dak no more, but I'm still thinking that Dak Prescott is good. I think that Dak Prescott just had those moments that build up so badly last season that he couldn't shake it off. But I hope that it was just the mental mindset of all of those injuries, and we see the Dak Prescott for the first 6 games back again for the 2022 season. But if we see the same Dak
Right.
Prescott that we saw after the Denver Bronco game or during the Denver Bronco game, that high and low Dak, this 2022 season, I'm gonna try to be like, I'm gonna try my best impressions of Big Game James, and I'm gonna start grading him even hard. I'm gonna take the gloves off.
Hey man, listen. I can't wait no more. I gotta reveal
7
it.
years.
I gotta reveal it. I can't wait no more. This is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and say it. Because I told you I was going to drop a video about what Romo said.
Yeah.
All right. I never said what he said, but based on what just happened and what we talking about, I got to release it. Okay. Because my boy Renell, he sent me an article from 2018. And I'm going to tell y'all what Romo said. He specifically talked about the committee. And he said, this is the good thing about a committee. It's going to catch teams off guard because you can't know where the ball is going. Initially, he said, but as teams get film on you, they figure you out. And it becomes much tougher. He perfectly described what happened in 2021. That's why I'm no longer blaming Dak, bro. It's too much evidence that shows this system is the biggest Achilles heel to the Dallas Cowboys. That's straight up. That's straight up. I didn't want to reveal it, but I had to. Yeah, bro. I think this system is killing Dak, straight up.
So what you saying is
what type of system do you feel like he needs to be in then?
He needs to be in a system that's going to aggressively target his stars, not in a system that aggressively attacks what the defense gives him. Because right now he's in a system based on what Kellen Moore said. Kellen Moore said that he aggressively takes what the defense gives him, which matches also what Steven said, right? Remember what Steven said? If it's a double here that dictates that the ball is going to go here, they all saying the same thing because it's true. But the problem with a system like that is it makes your quarterback have to read the whole field versus just going to the guy that you have the most chemistry with and that's likely go get open. And I think that's a much easier read, just keeping it real. It's a much easier read for your op progression to go from your best receiver to your worst receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you got to go find the guy every play and the defense caught up, it makes you look indecisive as a quarterback.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
And I think that's what happened. But it's hard to put all of that together.
Right.
Because most people not go dig into that type of research. They go just kind of look at Dak seeming to be confused and they go say he don't know how to read a defense. They not going to say this offense is dumb. You know what I mean? They go look at him because he the one with the ball in his hand.
Yeah. Now, I get what you guys are saying on that, you know, and I'm not beating up my guy Dak Prescott. See, I got my gloves still on. I ain't taking them off already, you know. Got my gloves off, but I'm gonna take the gloves off a little bit. You see, I put this illustration on just for that. This is the thing: no gloves on Dak on this one.
All right.
Regardless of the system, he was off against the Denver Broncos on some of those throws. Like literally those passes, if he threw it right on the money, we would have pretty much had that game a little bit closer. But I do get it. Kellen Moore need to, revamp his system. But if Dak Prescott make those throws, CeeDee Lamb catches 2 touchdowns in the opening, of those drives there. So it's a whole nother, I can't really put it all 100%.
I see what you're saying, Lau.
Right?
This is and I'm not either.
Right.
I'm not putting it 100% on Kellen Moore. So I also want to add to what I'm saying. Yes, Dak did have a couple of bad games. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
We can go back and look at maybe let's say 3. But to be honest, our quarterbacks do.
Big facts.
That's on the cool. You know what I'm saying? It's only a couple that's very, 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 very consistent and even they are off. Like Aaron Rodgers, he was off in that playoff game, but he was consistent for most of the year. You can always pull out about 2 games, even with Brady, to where he just stank. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm not saying that Dak was just amazing the whole year. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's way harder to pull out a hose and get in rhythm, especially when your system is not going to get you in rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your system is not saying, go at Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. Then likely it's going to take you long to get in rhythm. You know what I mean? And it's going to aid those bad games. But Dak has some blame. And the thing that I like about Dak also admitted it himself when he was talking about his calf. And he said a lot of people was giving me excuses for
I love
just
that
having
he didn't
bad
make no
games.
excuses.
Right.
He was a
no
G.
excuses.
Yeah.
He was a G, bro.
Yeah, he was a G. And that's what I love about him, that he don't run from it, and he did run and say, oh, yeah, my cat, he say, yeah, it was hurting at the beginning of the year, but when I came back, there was nothing wrong with me. Hey, just was off a little bit, and that's what happened. Yo,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So I love that about him. You know what I mean? But, the funny thing is, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers right quick because, bro, he just got that new deal, right?
Oh, my.
He got this new deal, and let's look at all these years that he's choked.
Right.
This dude got one chip. That's it, bro. How many years have we seen them Packers choke? How many years we seen? So he keeps getting. It's crazy how he keeps getting a pass,
Right.
because he's supremely talented, but he ain't won nothing, and they be losing a lot with him.
That one Super Bowl, man, weighs heavy though. That I believe that's what most people go.
That's
back
the
to
only
that
thing
point,
that's saving him. Go on NFL Throwback. They got all Packers choking from playoff something. I think from 1997 to 2000, all the way up until now. If you go on NFL Throwback, they have a whole thing dedicated, like 20-something minutes for all the Packers times that they choked since 1997, dog. So that should tell you right there. They've been choking a whole lot, but he gets $50 million or whatever. And bro, that was 2010, bro.
Yo, that's a long time ago, man.
That's a long time. That's 12 years.
Yep. And then the Super Bowl itself was kind of questionable of how everything kind of played out, even how he won that game. And to us as Cowboy fans, we were like, well, at least the Steelers didn't win it. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't stand the Steelers, So
yeah, that's why I was happy. I think we can
have
Pittsburgh then win a Super Bowl in Dallas.
Right. So that was just like, okay, the universe opening up for us. But when you look at A-Rod, it seems and appears that he get blanketed with like zero excuses for it to be shown, and because of the fact that he won that one Super Bowl. But if it was anybody else that threw an 18.7 QBR in the playoff game, they would be talking about that. And that's what he threw in the last game that he played in. The 18.
Yeah, 18. Trash.
QBR.
Mahomes was trash too in the second half. Trash.
Yeah, the way he was holding on to that ball and just running around in circles and stuff. I was like, what is this dude doing? Bro, that was tripping me out when he kept running around in circles. He did like 3 times in a row. And I'm like, bro, what is he doing right now? But here's the thing. Like, those type of quarterbacks will always get that pass when they have that supreme ability.
Yeah.
They have that, like remember Jeff George?
Good point.
Yep.
Good point.
And Jeff George kept getting a job. Why? Because he was supremely talented quarterback.
Carson Wentz.
You feel me? He had those. He was a head case, though. We knew he was selfish. He had problems with that, and he never won anything. And so they give quarterbacks passes. If you got that crazy talent as a quarterback, everybody's going to keep on saying, well, he did bad over there. Let him come over here. We can work with him. That's what they just think in their brains.
Yeah. And then it's also, everything is going to be highlighted in Dallas. We already know that. So, and it works on some of our fans. That's why Law, he always coming back like, Law say, on my page, oh man, they killing me about Dak, because some of them are listening to those outsiders. They listening to those people that's exaggerating on their quarterback. Yeah, and Dak has some bad games, but at the same time, it's not as bad.
Bad game, right?
Yeah, it's not as bad as what people say, and it's not as good as what people say. It's right there around in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's one of those things to where every fan go look at the game different. You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said, I've been hearing time and time again that how great Russell Wilson is. He's the other guy, right? It's been since 2013. That's a long time as well. And they said he didn't have any weapons. They said that his offense just was stagnant at times because he was doing everything. So now he's in Denver with Jerry Jeudy, with a whole cast of good characters on the defensive side as well, a good legitimate offensive line. So what should Should this be Super Bowl or bust for Denver, or will he get
Yes.
another?
Yes,
Yes.
Super Bowl bust. That's why they traded for him for
Yep.
Super Bowl bust. When they went and got Peyton Manning, it was Super Bowl or bust.
Right.
Yep. Hey,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
and the Denver is low key cold.
They didn't give up a lot.
They basically
I mean,
was just
I mean,
a quarterback
they-
away. Look at
Right,
their
they gave up
weapons.
the draft- right. I mean, they gave up their draft pick, but they didn't give up significant players.
No.
And that's why they were like, well, we'll just give you all these draft picks because we got enough players. We just need a quarterback.
Right. Them boys got
Oh, what-
Sutton
Yep.
So
as
we
the
can
number
go ahead
one
and-
It's
right,
him, yo.
Sutton, and Judy.
and Jerry Jeudy as the
another-
number 2.
Judy.
Then Patrick number 3.
That's
Then-
what he been wanting.
Man, them boys he got some weapons over there, bro.
No excuse.
And then they got that Missouri tight end that ran that 4.49
Who?
at like 260.
No, it's not Noah Fant, right? Noah Fant gone.
No,
Yeah,
no
he
no
gone.
fan gone. They got another tight end. They had
Yeah,
2.
they had they had another guy. I can't remember.
Plus they got a running game.
Oh yeah, that running game, shoot, that's legitimate.
The only thing they need, honestly, is a linebacker. Really? That's
Bobby
it.
Wagner.
Everything else
No,
is solid.
they got them linebackers from last year. Remember, Baron Browning.
Brownie.
Oh, they got.
huh?
Yeah,
Baron
but
Browning's over there.
how did he do?
Ohio State.
He didn't have a bad year.
He did.
He came on toward the end of the year.
Oh, he
came
did?
on toward the end of the
Yeah,
year.
'cause
and
that-
they
me
have
and you
a
liked
couple
him,
other
bro.
young ones.
Me
Yeah,
and
he
you
came
liked
on
him.
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He did. So they have foundation, and that's why they were like, okay, we'll give up these picks for a year because all we needed, we just a QB away anyway, so we'll go ahead and roll the dice. That's what the thing I like about an organization do that, where I feel like Dallas plays it safe in those aspects because these teams be like, okay, man, look, we got a squad now. Let's just make the move. We got squad
Right.
now. We ain't waiting until no 23, 24, 25. We got squad now. The time is now. Let's do it.
Yeah. As somebody said, in my opinion, Seattle's wide receivers are better. That's a good debate.
That Metcalf is something else, man. I love to see him.
Yeah,
in
that's a
silver
good
and blue.
debate. Yeah, that's a good debate. I think let me think about it.
You put Lamb on one side and Metcalf. I think Metcalf can take the top off of defense. He round his
no
routes.
doubt.
He round his routes, of course. But shoot, I sent him on a vert.
Who, DK?
Yep. What you
was
gonna
the
play? You
question
gonna
with
play
that?
press or you gonna play?
Somebody
slide him
said
inside?
Seattle wide receivers better than Denver.
No, Judy, man.
The
You got
Reaper.
shoot, that Judy.
I know that's
Judy
a hard
nice,
one.
Carl.
That's a hard one, bro. That's
a tough one.
So-
That is
Sutton
because
Courtland,
Metcalf is nasty. But Sutton ain't no joke, dog.
Man,
getting-
Sutton nice.
He came into his own, and he big too.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
big too. He ain't
Yeah.
no little dude.
yeah,
Feel me?
yes.
But that Tyler
And-
Lockett nasty too, though.
Remember, they
I
also
like
got
that.
Hamilton from Penn State. Remember him, the receiver?
Oh yeah,
They got Hamilton
did
from
pick-
Penn.
I forgot
Nah,
they picked
I'm
him
going
up.
with Denver. Nope.
yeah, because they
I'm
got
going
hella
with Denver.
depth. Because they got good depth, and they young.
They got depth. Yeah,
They real young.
yeah. So
And because I mean, think about if Denver had Russell Wilson last year.
Well,
yeah,
that's why I said no excuses for the Denver Broncos.
they
Yeah,
got
there is no
Simmons,
excuses for 'em.
Sertain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say, bro.
Yeah,
they
they
got a
got-
squad.
yeah.
They got a squad,
Yeah,
dog.
they got a squad.
They got a
They
squad.
got a little squad.
They was a quarterback away, dog. See, because I had this
'Cause it
fight in the
wasn't like they was
barbershop.
just getting-
I had
it
this
wasn't
fight
like
in
they
the
was getting blown
barbershop.
out. Uh-huh.
I had this fight in the barbershop. That's
you
why.
win?
No, I was honest. I just told him. I said, y'all quarterback away, and before they got Russell Wilson, so I get a haircut tomorrow. I'm gonna see that dude. I'm gonna be like, damn.
Yeah, he's like, we did a show yesterday, and after further evaluation,
But
Yeah,
you know
y'all-
the craziest
y'all bet.
thing of
you
it
might
though,
be
Chief,
right on that one.
if they don't win their games, man, it could quite possible that they don't even go to the playoffs. The Chargers and the Chiefs, you can't. All three of them ain't gonna go. You know.
Yeah.
They say Hamilton not with them no more. My fault.
So you got out of that division, you got the Raiders, Chargers,
Yeah.
Chiefs,
Yep.
Denver.
Yep.
So all of them can't make it to the playoffs. That's gonna be a good division, man.
Yeah. With what Denver did, My top two is gonna be Kansas City and Denver. The mother two go fall from the
So you
wayside.
said Justin Herbert gonna fall?
Nah, I mean not him. He a baller, but he need a team with him.
Keenan Allen, you think
Yeah,
they read up Mike
defense,
Williams?
Their defense a little suspect.
Yeah,
Defense,
They read up Mike, but they did a little
yeah, they
on
D.
them, but
Yeah, when I look at both sides of the ball, Denver is more balanced, more complete. To me. You know what I'm saying? Then the Chargers. The Chargers good. Herbert Cole.
That defense just need a few more because they got good DB.
Yeah.
that defense.
Bosa.
They could get that front. Yeah, they got Bosa, but I mean they kind of need some girth in the middle. I mean they had Linval Joseph, but they need a young big boy in the middle. You feel me to kind of help Bosa? Because if they get that one big boy in the middle to help Bosa, that.
All right,
because he needs that.
I didn't know we were this diverse, man, in our conversation.
Oh yeah, we can talk about all football. I'm impressed with us too, bro. Listen, we can talk about all these teams.
I mean, it's all good, you know what I mean?
But check this out: the Chargers also the Chargers. So why would we ever? You know what I'm saying? The Chargers they worse than Dallas in terms of having squads and falling off a cliff. Oh yeah, the Chargers do that consistently. There's no way to put the Chargers in the hunt. No.
Yeah, Chargers always be choking.
Come on,
they
give us
choke
Derwin
every
James,
time.
man. Go
Super
give us
choke.
Derwin James off of the Chargers.
Oh, give us him all day.
Oh my gosh, I love some Derwin James, bro.
Over J-Ron? Curse?
Don't do that.
I'm putting you in the hot seat, man. You put me in the hot seat. You talking about Dak
well,
versus
go
Watson,
big.
you know?
Go big.
Talk
You
about
did
your-
to me, boss.
Talk
What you
about
gonna
your
do?
son.
I'm trying to see what you would say. I'm trying to keep it real, test, boss. What would you go?
Come on, let's talk about your son, Derwin James, man. Your son, the Jerry Jones.
Hey.
We're waiting.
Okay. See, hey, like Law said, I can't be like they say in the new world. I can't be capping out here. I can't be capping out here. So, yeah, if I had an opportunity to get Derwin James, I'm taking him. Yes. I think he's a better all-around player. But here's a but, though.
All right.
He's injury prone. So, therefore, I would lean on Curse a little bit because Derwin James can't stay healthy. And that's huge. He cannot stay healthy.
Yeah.
But on talent alone, I'm sorry. I like you, Curse, a lot. But talent alone, bro, I'm taking Derwin James, bro.
No, but you're making a good case, though. Because there's a certain thing called value, too, right? For the price you go pay, I will take Curse too. Yeah. For the price you go pay, and for the upside of Curse, I'm taking Curse, bro.
Let me yell out. Let me yell it out.
So no contract. So no contract or nothing. You taking Curse over Derwin James?
Oh, I mean,
Let me read out
that's
these
why.
stats
Listen,
right quick. Let me read out
that's
these
why I
stats.
measured the Kool-Aid, big.
It's a big thing
That's
for Boss
why I
Cowboy
measured
to
the
actually
Kool-Aid,
say publicly
big
that he
dog.
drunk Kool-Aid.
Listen, I do not drink
what I'm saying?
Kool-Aid without first measure.
Measure.
And then I got a question for the Reaper. He said, but is Curse a one-time wonder, though? No, he not. That's why I recognize what he was going to do from Detroit.
Let me read this out, though. Let me read this out right quick, though.
Go there.
Derwin James had 2 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 3 sacks. And on top of that, he had 30, let me see, passer rating when attempted, 71, 31 stops. And let me see what else he had. 58, So, yeah, overall grade is 78.1. His PFF, that's his overall grade. So, that dude
Hold
was
on,
really
you
great.
said,
3 sacks,
hold on.
3 forced fumbles.
Hold on, Law.
Go ahead.
Law, who graded that?
That's
Who was the
PFF.
grader?
That's overall grade. But I'm looking at the. I don't give a dog about the grades. I'm looking at the interceptions. I'm looking at the 3 forced fumbles, 3 sacks. You know, I don't care about the grades.
Yeah, all right.
I shouldn't even.
When you said
I shouldn't even
PFF,
mention
I
it,
was
you
like,
know?
who? Oh, wait. I was trying to say,
You see, you was
PFL.
shaking me, man. Let me pull up Curse. I know Curse did good, man. See y'all shaking me, man.
Hey,
Y'all
man, when
shaking
you
me.
read
You know what
those
the butter-
PFF grade. But now the
Shaking 'em with the
stats,
butter knife.
I'm hearing you on them stats, though.
Yeah.
Let's hear Curse. I want to hear
Let's
Curse.
see, let me pull up Curse, because sheesh. I know Curse had a
Man,
hell
what
of a
my
year.
boy say, man? Where you
2
at?
interceptions.
Bohanna?
Yeah,
My
Big
boy
Bo
Bohanna,
trying to charge
man.
up that pad, man.
Hey,
You ain't figured out the iPad yet?
I mean, you feel me? I just sent him again. Say, hey, what's up, dog? What's going? You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
with it,
Ain't
big
tryna-
dog.
ain't
All
tryna-
right.
Play
While
that
y'all
Bust it
waiting
down.
on that,
What's up?
my dog Curse had 2 interceptions, 1 sack, no forced fumbles though. By the way, he had 30 stops. That's the same. Passer rating when targeted, he's at 83. Derwin James was at 78. Derwin James had 3 sacks. He had 1 sack. Derwin James had 2 interceptions. They both had 2 interceptions. So, I mean,
I'm going
they mirroring each other. It's just mirroring each other. It's pretty much the same person. Same
Yes. Except
But
you
got
get more
he had 3
durability,
forced fumbles and
better
3 sacks
leadership.
with Derwin.
Yeah. Plus,
yeah.
you getting better leadership, more durability. I'm taking Curse.
But hold on, 71 passer rating when targeted, and Curse was 83. So that's the difference of a.
And they only had a 56.7 completion percentage against Derwin James as well.
Yeah, I mean, Derwin James is
who's
the
older?
better athlete.
Yeah.
Derwin James is a better player. But when I look at all the Kool-Aid with all the sugar mixed value, I'm taking Curse.
Man, you put
But-
Derwin James under Quinn. That's a whole nother variable percentage
No, it's
thing
not.
that you got to create, huh? Well,
No,
not
it's
just
not.
under Quinn, but under Coach George,
A wit.
Coach Joe Witt, all of those boys, Al Harris.
Man, listen, I'm going with Curse, dog.
You still going?
It's a reason why they trying to play Curse now. Why do
I'm
you
going
think they
with
trying to
Derwin
pay
James.
Curse now, bro?
Shout out to Florida State.
Why do you think they trying to pay Curse now? They trying to pay Curse now because Curse lift a lot of boats, bro. For real. Like that team get up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That defense get up behind this man leadership. They want him in the building for a reason. That's why he one of the priority contracts they trying to get done. I ain't gonna say he priority. He ain't priority. He ain't priority. I have to back
Don't
up off
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because if he was priority, they would have tagged
They
him.
already, yeah.
All right, all right. So Derwin James is 25, and of course Curse is 28. But you said, like you said, Derwin James stayed injured too. So
Right.
this was his first year being pretty much healthy.
Well, no, because 2018 he played 16 games and started 16 games. Last year is when he tore the leg up and he played 5. Started 5, played 5. Last year he only missed 1. Well, he missed 2 games last year because they had 17. So the year where he really tore his ACL was the 2019 year, and I mean he was AP Defensive Rookie of the Year his first year.
No, he's a
He had 100.
he's a
I mean,
monster.
he had 118 tackles this year too.
Nah, he's a monster. He's a monster. Hey, listen, I want to flip the script real quick.
Flip it.
I haven't had a chance to even check this out. What is going on with Jerry Jones and his alleged biological?
Oh yeah,
What?
people in the chat are talking about
I haven't
that,
even
bro.
had a chance to check that out. Can somebody
I mean,
catch
some
me
glory
up?
hole.
Okay. Can somebody catch me up? What is
let me fill
going
you in.
on
Let me
with
fill you
this,
in.
bro?
Let
Fill
me
me
fill you in,
in,
dog.
Do it
I
again.
apologize because in my video I didn't say alleged, so it's allegedly, But this
Play
is the
that
thing.
glory hole again, please.
I want me some glory hole.
He been getting it, boy. She's 25 years of age, but the sealed agreement was between the mother and Jerry Jones. This is the daughter suing Jerry Jones, not the mother. So let me clear that up. It's the daughter. The sealed agreement didn't cover the daughter, so she said, "Hey, Dad haven't been paying me basically, and I'm an aide, and I ain't trying to add in the fact that if you're an aide, you ain't making a lot of money, but she's an aide. You know what I'm saying? So she cleans stuff up. So she want a piece of that money, that piece of that $1 billion pie that Jerry Jones been holding back. So she's suing for that back pay. She want to get paid some money, man.
Oh, okay.
So Jerry, you are the father.
No, God,
No.
please, no.
Allegedly.
No. No!
Okay, but allegedly.
You gotta put allegedly, man. Shoot.
Allegedly.
You gotta throw allegedly in there, man.
Isn't it funny how all this stuff always seems to come out like, you feel me, dog? Ain't that stuff how crazy this stuff comes out? It's like, you didn't know. You ain't know.
Yeah, man, it's I ain't even got nothing to say about that, bro. You know.
I mean,
I'm be honest, I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because what can you say about it?
Yeah. It's
For real.
I mean, it's a slip up, man. They talked about integrity, and now that's one thing that the Cowboys organization need to be mindful of. You can't have people tweeting out that we have high integrity in the office. There's really no stuff that's going on. Your PR guy got snapped up for peeping Tom, and now he retired. And one thing I know about Rich would fix this. This would have never hit the news. This would have been leaked out.
Yeah.
It would have been Jerry John then got in trouble, not Jerry Wayne.
Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, man.
So Jerry
ain't got that bulletproof.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, man. But it's also a lot of football stuff going on too. Right. Because I never really kind of got as heavy as I wanted to get into why I hate the Schultz tag.
Okay.
Oh, let's hear it.
Because the one thing that I hate about the Schultz tag, I already talked about the amount of tight ends in the draft. So everybody know how we all feel about these tight ends. But then I also talked about free agents. But it's another thing that I don't like about it. The free agency is getting ready to start. Okay? And some people might not know this, but when you tag a player, 100% of that comes out of the cap.
Right.
You can't finance a tag. So if you sign a player, I don't care if they say the average of Dak is like, for instance, for example, 40 million. The real cap hit might be as low as 17 million. You see what I'm saying? Right. But with this tag, that whole 10.9 million is now holding the whole Dallas Cowboys hostage, even more than Cooper. Even more with Cooper, because at least with Cooper, you have flexibility in this contract.
Big facts.
Once you tag a guy, you have no more flexibility. And now, this is the worst part about that tag.
Right.
It gives Schultz a floor of 10.9 million. You basically told him that he's on par with the top 5 tight ends. Because when you do a tag, that's what you do. You average the top 5 at that position. So you overpaying with that floor of 10.9 million on top of that. Plus you gave him leverage. You gave him straight leverage. So now he can hold your whole offseason hostage in his negotiations, and it favors him.
Yeah.
And it's harder to sign free agents because of that tag. For a whole lot of reasons, it was horrible. It was horrible. Yes, William Kill, Dallas needs to rescind that tag. Yes, they do. They need to rescind that tag.
You know that ain't happening.
I agree.
Now the thing is, you do the franchise tag in hopes to try to negotiate a long-term deal, and also to keep the player from testing out the free market, like the open market, which will drive up the price on Schultz, because there are teams out there
or drive it down.
Yeah. I mean, teams with
it could humble them too.
It can. I don't want Dak Prescott. I'm not saying Dak Prescott. I meant to say Schultz play on the whole season with the tag, because, like you said, that's $11 million that you can't spread out and put money here and there. So the league starts, I believe, Wednesday, and they said that they will have 2 things by that time frame. Hopefully, the long-term contract for Michael Gallup, and hopefully they come up to an agreement for a long-term contract to Dalton Schultz, but Dalton Schultz can actually wait all the way into June 1st, I believe, mid-June, until they come up with that agreement time, though.
Yeah, I mean,
but here's the thing though. They want to get the deal done quicker because, see, just like Boss was saying, when he plays on the tech, that's the full $10 million taken up for the whole year.
Right.
If they go ahead and negotiate a new contract, which it looks like they are, that spreads out money, and then now that $10 million is not holding up the cap now because once they sign the contract, it frees up money.
Right.
So that's why they say they're trying to hurry up and make that happen. Just like I heard today that they're close to. Bobby Bell said they're real close to finishing Gallup up too. So
yep.
We'll kind of just see, man, you know. But just like OC was telling you, boss, we feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody feel you, but this was going to happen. Like like Dalton Schultz, he was going to be signed. So it wouldn't have mattered what we was feeling about it. It was happening. It was inevitable. It was going to happen.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I don't want people to misunderstand me. Dalton Schultz is a good pass catcher.
Right.
He does his job for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at him for doing a good job. He's the one that created the value in himself.
Yep.
But I also know, especially from researching, that this is system also generated. This was system generated. And it's okay, though, because at the end of the day, we at least have a good pass catching tight end with Schultz. What we, to me, need to do now is continue to add to that room. Signing Schultz should not mean we're done with tight end. That should not mean we don't bring in Hurts. Yep. We still should bring in Hayden Hurst. We still should bring in and draft tight ends. We should have 3 good tight ends.
Who you want? Likely.
I'm telling you, man, y'all need to give
Likely.
McKeon a chance, bro. No, y'all need to give McKeon a chance, bro. I'm telling you, he's like, if you're talking about players that are similar, he had the similar type of background. If you watched him in Michigan, he was a blocking tight end. What's the biggest thing we've been crying about? Tight ends can't block. Tight ends can't block. Well, he was a blocking tight end. And like I said, his last year and a half at Michigan, he became more of a pass catcher tight end. When we saw flashes, I mean, I didn't think he looked bad in that. I was frustrated because he was looking good in camp. He had a good preseason in as far as the games. But then he had the ankle injury, so it set him back. He got knocked out early because of that ankle injury. I think he's a guy that since he's on the team and he's young, if you're going to keep Schultz, I think he's a guy you can work with. And I still feel like you said, boss, but I still think you need to hit that draft. Because we had that element with Blake Jarwin that you don't have now, was that, you know, he can really hit that seam. He can really kind of open up that offense underneath because of that speed. We still need that type of tight end that can stretch the field, because I don't believe Dalton Schultz really does that. He's the guy that can really work underneath and do those little things in that nature. But we need that guy that, like a Blake Jarwin, that can really, once he gets out, he's commanded, oh, man, this dude got some whips. We got to get after him.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Law.
Yeah, I think that Schultz is that underneath tight end, sure hands catcher, and he's pivotal on third downs because everybody's got concentrations on CD. Everybody had concentration when Gallup was healthy. They looked at Gallup and, of course, Amari. So it left a one-on-one opportunity with Schultz, who now you have a linebacker where he can kill you in their short to intermediate routes. Now, when we have a tight end that forces the linebacker to say, oh, hell no, I ain't finna cover this man on a deep vert, that will been the Jarwins of the world. Now, Jarwin, I've seen some people say Jarwin is gone now. Yes, I think that they're going to go ahead and save $2 million by cutting Jarwin and by paying him $2 million. Jarwin contract is like $4.5 million, but an injury settlement would be right at $2 million, and he's protected by that. So they can pay him the $2 million and move on from him and then utilize that other $2 million elsewhere. O.J. Howard, his overall market value is right at $2 million, a little north of that. I think that if you insert O.J. Howard, he can be your high tight end and your low tight end can be Schultz. I think that Schultz can go back to being that short intermediate and also inline blocker, although he has not been doing that good, because I believe in his mindset that he's trying to get to a certain point of the field and he digressed on his blocking. I just look at it like that. Cowboys, like you said, guys, they really need to bring in another tight end, but they don't need to dismiss McKeon. Just bring in another tight end for competition.
No, I definitely agree with you too, Big. We shouldn't give up on McKeon.
Right.
Yeah, this is and forgive me for not even mentioning his name. He should be also in the on
Sprinkle?
the list.
Oh, just McKeon.
Jeremy Sprinkle. No, I mean Jeremy Sprinkle. He didn't play. I mean, he's obviously not no world beater or anything like that. But I wasn't mad when Sprinkle came in. He definitely added some element to putting a body on the field. He had some good little catches at the end, but obviously he's not somebody like, oh, let's get this tight end. I just feel like, you know what? Like you've been talking about, boss, you like this tight end class. You can find one guy. I think there's a guy, Jelani Woods.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him from Virginia. He's like 6'7", and he had a really good 40 time, and he impressed a lot of people at the combine. You know, that's why I feel like, because you know that two tight end, we saw the 12 personnel was working, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We saw it was killing it.
It was
And
killing
I think one,
it. It was.
I think one of the elements that really killing it, if you see two tight end structures throughout the league and it works, Baltimore does it. We've seen New England do it for a long time. Philadelphia did it, and it's very deadly. But I think one of the reasons when that two tight end works is when you got one guy can really work you underneath and one guy can stretch the field.
Right.
And I think that's what Dallas needs to add again if Jordan's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
want that tight end to take that extra linebacker off the field, and I think that with that extra linebacker off the field, you can create better running lanes and running opportunities for your running back.
Right.
Under Kellen Moore's system.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Did you get that, boss? Go check your inbox.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead though, Law. What you were saying? Could you elaborate
I think
on that some more?
12 personnel, I just think that it creates so much chaos for the defense. And I want my offense to dictate and try to get the defense to try to get out of some of those strong looks. Now, unfortunately, the Cowboys been facing defenses that figured out, okay, we're just going to drop 6 DBs now. And we really didn't take advantage of that. So that's another wrinkle. But I think that if our team can develop that 12 personnel, big game, James, and that would at least have a more stronger look, and teams would naturally look at it and say, man, we can't be playing this quarters on this 12 personnel look because they are starting to run and capturing the edge. And I think that is one of the missing things that this offense been missing, that aggressive look in personnel.
No, dead on point. One more thing before we get into the final word, because I think Quentin having some issues, because he was in the show, he just was having trouble getting his sound to work, so we had him come out and come back in. That still didn't
Multiple
work.
times, yeah.
But but he was in there. We already saw same big old afro and everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So anyway.
we just pre-recorded and get it out there for y'all.
Yeah.
Probably within the next day or so.
Yeah. So he was right here with us. It's just the sound that come through for him, but it's okay. But I want to talk about, before we get to our final words, Michael Gallup, right? So, because you did mention that, Law, or it was you, Big. One of y'all mentioned that it's likely that Michael Gallup is coming back. And then I wanted to get y'all predictions on what your final predictions on what's gonna happen with Amari.
Okay.
Go ahead. Well, I'm typing something. You
Okay. Well,
I got it.
We're gonna have.
Okay. Or Law, you got it.
Oh, I was going to say, I think, this is just my thoughts on it, when the news simmer down a little bit, when you want you to simmer down a little bit, I'm going to have to find that drop for Jerry. And I really believe that Amari Cooper may restructure, his contract. It's just me being optimistic. And if Amari Cooper come back with a restructured contract, that would at least buy some wiggle room for this team, and us looking at it like, okay, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and whoever we draft, and we have high hopes for Simi Fehoko. And with the long-term contract of Michael Gallup, because he's going to sign a long-term contract, he would not be ready until until at least week 3, week 4 of the NFL season, and we slowly bring him on. But I just wish the Cowboys allow Gallup to test the open market, but they are loyal to the guys that they draft.
Yeah, I mean, I told y'all my thoughts on about with Michael Gallup. I'm kind of caught in between. You feel me, fellas? Because I came front. I like Gallup. I do. I feel like he's had a good career in Dallas. His second year, he had over 1,100 yards. We saw how explosive he is. He's a he's a 50-50 ball guy. He's a guy that can get deep even without him being like a guy that's super fast. He's a guy that will block. He adds a lot of elements. I think the biggest thing with him is his injuries. But also, I think the thing was what I was talking about that you just alluded to, Law, was how Amari Cooper. Because if Amari Cooper was staying at that cap number, at that salary, to me, then I was like, no, you don't pay a Gallup because you don't have a $20 million guy and then you paying your second receiver 13, 10, 11. I don't feel like you do that. Because there's too many other good receivers coming out year in, year out in the draft. And you got Lamb, and he's going to be coming up soon. You feel me? So that's why I was saying that. But he's a guy, once again, like Schultz. I feel like he's getting the deal regardless of what anybody says. He's going to get the deal. It's just a matter of time. So hopefully, because I don't want to see Amari leave. You just said it, Law. There's talk about maybe a restructure now. Hopefully that does happen because – why start over? I mean, you'll get a CeeDee Lamb. He's nasty. You got a Michael Gallup, but he's not going to be ready. We've seen Cedric Wilson at a number 3. We ain't seen Cedric Wilson at a number 2. Yeah. You feel me? The game changes the higher you go up. You might have been a dope number 3, but then all of a sudden people get hurt, and then they push you to a number 1, and then you can't do it. You get what I'm saying? We saw even when Gallup had the opportunity to be the number 1 when Cooper got hurt. What happened? Right. He didn't step up. So it ain't as easy for that to happen every time. So I just really think now it's just a money thing. If Coop restructures, I think that's better for everybody. And then they can just figure out that cap stuff down the end. Stop talking about that cap stuff, Stephen Jones, because you got all these other teams signing all these people to crazy stuff, tagging people, doing all that. You can do whatever you want on that cap, period. You can do whatever you want. You can finagle it. People are Law. You did account all that stuff. You know about them business and money and dollars and cents. You can always finagle the books to make it work.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, and then my thoughts on this Gallup thing. It's typical of Stephen and Jerry to really run at a deal because right now he's a deal. He's a deal. He's a real good deal. He's a real good deal.
Real good deal.
His injury was just the worst time for him. But the fact that he can come out of this with a potential long-term contract, I'm not mad at that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just, can he stay healthy? That's a question that's going to be answered to the future. And I don't really think he injury prone. I think he just had some freakish stuff happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think he injury prone. I think this going to probably be one of them one-off years, kind of like Dak's ankle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in terms of the Gallup deal, I'm happy about it. If they close it out.
I mean, I'm not tripping. Yeah, because that's not killing them. That's not killing the team. It's not. And you can still finagle, you feel me, with it. It's just it's just the Amari Cooper thing is just right there. But remember, as soon as he got hurt, fellas, I don't know if Law was talking to you, right? But as soon as he got hurt and they said it was an ACL, my first thought was, yep, he's gonna come back now. Right. Now they can hit him with it. You said it. I said it as soon as he got hurt.
You said
as soon as he got hurt, I said, yep, Dallas gonna sign him now.
You said they gonna sign him
now. Because now they can sign him cheap now because he probably outpriced himself. Even with him not having that great year, and if he was healthy, he still would have probably got a better deal than he would have got now. But as soon as that and it was an ACL too, I was like, oh yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Gallup a good value. What I think will happen with Amari?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, boss?
Oh, what do you think?
You think he's gonna be here?
He gonna get traded.
Yeah. You think so?
I think they let up. I think they let up because see, if you realize what boss is about to say. We haven't really, like, for the last few days since that video came out, we haven't heard anybody talk about. Anybody like, dang, man, Cowboy Nation caught on,
They went
man.
quiet on it, didn't they?
Let me know if I'm lying.
Didn't it though?
You know,
Like
it's
it was.
like-
Yeah. I mean, you ain't lying. It went quiet on Cooper, like out of nowhere.
Because teams also know his value.
Yeah.
Teams know Cooper value, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Cooper go to a team, bro. Cooper gonna turn up.
Yeah. I would.
All the way up.
Anybody with common sense would call Dallas over Cooper. He 27 years old, bro.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And on a team-friendly contract. That's what most people don't talk about. His deal, even when he signed it, was already team-friendly. He had a higher deal with the Washington football team.
Yeah.
He had a better offer, and he turned it down. That made his deal team-friendly. So if you... A lot of teams that need a receiver. You sitting there in the Jets, you got a young quarterback, and you want him to grow in his confidence? Give me Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did it with Dak.
Yeah. The only thing that I fear, this is where I'm keeping it real, because I don't want him traded at all.
Right.
I think it's a bad idea to trade him. But if you do, what I really hope is that y'all didn't kill his value talking so much.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna say this again because we said this yesterday, but Denver showed you how to do it in Seattle. They showed you exactly how to do it. You know, all that leaking and all that kind of stuff, all that. Look at this. Look at him on the final drive of the game.
But you know, hey, believe it or not, the Colts did the same thing. You didn't know that Carson was going to get traded today.
No.
You know?
No, silence.
Silence. You know.
Right.
Silence.
Right. But you heard you heard a little bit of talk in the air, but the organization wasn't saying anything. The organization was just saying that, you know, we sullied a little bit on Carson Wentz. We don't know if he's all that, but they ain't say nothing about no trade though, did they? They ain't say nothing about trades. They just said we don't know if he's the guy that's gonna be here. So we may look at and even when they were asking him, is Carson Wentz gonna be the guy? They were still like, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? See what I mean? That's what they do. Like that's what Dallas doesn't do. You feel me? It's like these other teams were like, we'll see. Just like with Russell Wilson. They were asking Seattle. They were talking to Seattle. We have no intentions and no time to get rid of Russell Wilson. Next day, trade.
Yep. And the same thing. And the same thing about the cut of Bobby Wagner. You didn't hear like, hey, he's getting long in the tooth. It's just some things that we just don't like to see from him in the game anymore. You know, they just said, okay, you know, break. It went literally like this, y'all. The Seattle Seahawks decided to release Bobby Wagner, who played for the team.
I love when you do that, bro. You are good. You are good with that.
Yeah,
you are
good
so
with that.
daggone. Bro, you was cold. Like Boss be saying, you cold with it. You was cold with
you
that.
cold.
Like,
you cold.
Appreciate you, baby.
I'm more creative, dog. He very creative.
More news on at 9. You know.
What's a fair trade for Cooper?
Ooh.
I think what they were talking about with Jacksonville, that wasn't bad. 2 and a second and a fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad deal.
Can I get Laviskis Shenault with that? Can you throw in Laviskis?
I like that one. Yeah. Oh, yes. Ooh,
I wouldn't be mad
see
at
you,
that.
Lord.
Wait. I would be mad, but I would feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I would be mad, but I would feel better, bro. I'll be like,
but that's what I was talking. But see, boss, that's what I was talking about on my tweet when I was like, if you're going to get rid of these players, then bring back equal value. You know what I'm saying? So bring something back to the table, so Cowboys fans will feel like, man, we don't want to lose Coop, or man, we don't want to lose D-Law, but look what we got, though.
Yeah, we got Shenault and we got Lamb and boy, shoot. And we got a second round pick.
You got that second and a fifth. If you got that second round pick, then you can do some dealing. We just don't deal, dog. I wish we would deal, man.
They're scared, bro.
Hey, I got
scared.
one last
The
question,
opposing team
dog.
is scared.
Uh-oh.
I
Here
do,
it
bro.
comes.
It just came
Here
to
it
me.
goes. Here it comes.
It came to me, and I got this from the thread yesterday, so this is not original. It just hit me just thinking about it. I wanted to address this yesterday, but we was already done. Michael Coleman put something in the chat. He said, we are in a low-key rebuild.
Possibly offensively, yes.
Yeah.
I can say that
Yes.
on offense, we are in rebuild mode.
Yeah.
Because look at the offensive line.
Yep.
Tyron Smith is almost done. Zach Martin is 31 years old. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, they're pretty much Ezekiel. This is last year of Ezekiel's guaranteed money. Tony Pollard will be up for contract at the end of this year, so you got both of those in limbo. Yeah, you can definitely say the offense is in rebuild.
Yep, it's a rebuild.
But that's what we get frustrated with when we talk about them windows, boss and law.
Right.
You feel me? Because when you're an NFL player, this is not like the NBA. You get what I'm saying, right? It's not like the NBA and stuff. I mean, they can have a bigger windows in the NBA because it's not as a physical sport. This is a physical sport. So you got to take those opportunities. And you know what really hurts me this year? That I think that really just made me mad this year is we were healthy this year. Dallas was healthy toward the end of the year, all the way through. And the dog, you can't. Health is the biggest key in the NFL. Health is the biggest key. And we saw in 2020, 14 people in and on injured reserve. You can't bank on every year you feel like your top guys are going to be healthy because you don't know, right? God forbid anything would ever happen, but you don't know if one of our top dogs would go out. You feel me? And then that would change the whole course of the season. So when you have the opportunity to win and you're healthy on offense, you're healthy on defense, everybody is good. You have to go hard. There can't be when I'm here, Mike McCarthy saying, I felt nervousness. I felt, you know what I mean? You can't have that when everything is in front of you for you to take the bull by the horns.
He's on fire!
Yeah. I mean, it was still the same kid driving the car though, Big Game James. And the kid wrecked the car all year. And then they took it to the shop.
I know.
And they put that keys in that kid's hand on the offense. There's no way that you can make the justification for 4 times. I told people I raised this question on the final word yesterday. Who is the most explosive player on offense on this team?
Right.
And he touches the ball only 4 times. I mean, you just don't do that in a playoff game. You have to figure out how to utilize Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. I was live earlier today, and I said, you know what? It hit me too, Boss Cowboy. You know, it hit me. I said, since they don't know how to utilize and use Tony Pollard, why not trade him and get some multiple draft picks or get something back in return since you're not going to use them anyway, right? That's the car that you park in the garage and you say, yeah, I like that one, but I love to drive my F-150. No, I drive the little fancy sports car sometime. But since you don't know how to use them, sell them. Get something back in return. Don't let this man go through a whole year and you don't know how to use him and you stashing him. For what?
For what?
Now you're going to have to pay him, and you're going to try to lowball him. You're going to start leaking stories
they're definitely going to lowball.
Come on.
They're definitely going to lowball him because they're going to go to his numbers. You feel me? They're going to go, well, they'll look at his numbers this past year, which were, I think, a career high across the board. Now you wonder him going his contract year, would they? And you already heard Stephen Jones say, we love Ezekiel Elliott. He's a warrior. And his salary is guaranteed. So he's definitely going to be here. You feel me? He's throwing the money in there, and he's telling me, what he's telling me right there is like, hey, I don't care what y'all saying. This is last year Ezekiel Elliott's guaranteed money. He's going to be the starter. He's still going to be the guy. Right. So I feel like it's just going to be the same thing. Where is there going to be a change next year? Unless, like you said, Mike McCarthy, does he put his hands more on the offense? Does Kellen Moore say, I mean, Kellen Moore, if he's back in the fold, he's got to really step up. And the thing that frustrates me, Boss-in-Law, is that you didn't hear anybody say anything in that organization about Kellen Moore when stuff was going bad. He was like damn near untouchable and blameless. Like
he still is.
You feel me? Like you ain't heard nobody in the organization say nothing about him. You feel me? They ain't said Kellen's got to step up. Kellen got to do better. We ain't heard that. And even when Jerry Jones had that fake ass rant when he was talking about how mad he was, I ain't hear him say one thing about Kellen Moore need to do better. Kellen got to do this. Kellen, I ain't hear none of that, dog.
No.
Yes, indeed. And on top of that, just to add this into it, as much as we revered like Ezekiel Elliott, we love Ezekiel Elliott, by the way. I think that he's a wonderful guy. And I hate the fact that what the Roger Goodell did to that man and by selling his name and campaign and him. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so real.
But I've just witnessed in the last 2 years, one of the two better running backs that we've seen too, Christian McCaffrey and as well as Saquon Barkley. Both of those organizations are saying they are willing to put those guys on the trading blocks. You see how short NFL careers are, especially when you're running the rock? Right?
Even the Rams, when they won the Super Bowl, this is crazy to me.
Talk to me.
But real. Coach says, I went to a Super Bowl with this quarterback, but he ain't the guy. So we're getting rid of him. We're going to get another guy because I think this is the guy that can take us. And what happens, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they didn't sit there and just like you just said, okay, Christian McCaffrey, you've been hurt a couple years. We're not going to play this game with you no more. We're going to see who we can get for you now because we ain't got time for it. And I feel like Dallas they always are waiting. That's the problem. But my biggest problem is like they're always waiting for something to happen instead of making something happen.
I like that. Waiting for something to happen instead of making something happen. I like that.
Yeah. But I think we're going to see something with Cooper. I think we're going to see something with Cooper. I hope we don't. It's a slim chance because it's one thing that I like that Cooper doing. Allegedly, somebody said on one of the shows that potentially he communicated. I'm not sure if this is true, but allegedly, he communicated that he wants to restructure to stay with Dallas. Allegedly. Which is a given. That should be understood. But I like how if that's true, then I would like how he's still communicating through all of these leaks on his name that he want to play for this team. Yeah. Which is similar to what Mike McCarthy did with Dan Quinn. That tell you to me. Yeah. You feel me on that law?
That was real.
Man.
That one hit late.
Hit him like a ton of bricks.
They hit late.
Bricks on the leg. Yeah. He didn't catch it. He caught it.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. These guys, they believe in each other to do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was fake news, by the way.
They believe in each other, bro.
That's fake news, by the way, by Dak Prescott getting into it with Cooper.
Calling him the Black Kirk Cousins. If anybody was believing that, no.
No, bro. As soon as I saw that, I was like, sure.
I was like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, Cooper, I don't even see Cooper. I don't even see them two getting into it like that.
Cooper's a chess move, man.
You feel me? Cooper don't be doing that, and Dak ain't going to be that. Nah. I feel like they too cool for school to do that. I feel like they got a really good relationship.
I have never seen a receiver openly get into it with a quarterback on no team that I've ever been on. I just don't know where no receiver would ever think that's smart.
T.O. McNabb.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one.
McNabb, boy. McNabb was throwing up, and
they still fighting to this day. They still fighting, y'all.
The Eagles.
They still fighting.
I can't stand the Eagles, but that was the only time that I wanted the Eagles to beat the Patriots. I wanted the Eagles to beat the Patriots. I think T.O.'s
telling the truth, too.
I think T.O. telling the truth.
These
dogs know dogs.
Did y'all, let me ask y'all, did y'all want the Eagles to beat the Patriots that year?
I get that vibe.
Did y'all want the Eagles to beat the Patriots, or y'all rooting for the Patriots?
Nope.
You could
I was rooting for the Eagles.
I wasn't.
I was rooting for the Eagles.
Big Game James gonna be loyal to the Cowboys to the
I just don't want to. I hate when they win the Super Bowl because you see what they do, bro. You see how they still talk. I don't want them to win one because they just won't never shut up. Hey man, when you ain't been things to 1995, we got 2017. That's all I hear from them.
Yeah. I mean, I love going back and forth with Philly fans with that little one trophy. That little, you know how whack they look holding up that one trophy, bro. Man, you don't get out here with that little one trophy.
they are so geeked over there with that one trophy.
That
They
one
like, you can't.
trophy.
That's why. That's why they be trying to talk slick to us now, boss-in-law. That's why they be trying to talk slick. They be like daring us to say something. They be like 2017. They just wait to it. That's all they just dare
Bro,
us.
that little itty bitty trophy,
I'm
bro.
like,
If you don't get your
trophy, man.
if you don't get
with freaking Nick Mullen. Who is it? Nick Nolte? Who is it? It's like, let me not do it. Who was the
because I
quarterback?
killed Philly,
It
man.
was God doggone Foles.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Foles. He folded.
Foles.
Man, this is all I tell Philly fans. Hurts. I mean, Dak is what y'all wish Hurts was. Straight up. And they always shut up every time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know what's up. So, yeah, I did want them to win because I'm going to tell you why. I'd rather them get 1 than New England get 6. That's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
But see, my thing was
They end up
since
getting
New
the 6
England's
anyway,
in,
right?
Yeah, they did.
Right.
That really hurt
See,
me.
it doesn't bother me as it don't hurt me as bad. You know what hurt me as bad? It would hurt me if they were the NFC. The fact that they're in the AFC, it doesn't bother me. I'd never want the San Francisco 49ers. Now, when they beat us, I was rooting for that's why I wanted the Rams to win. I did not want San Francisco getting that 6. You feel me? They can't get it. They can't get it. They can't get it, y'all.
Oh yeah. I mean, we gotta get that 1. We
We safe on everybody else, I think.
2 more.
We safe on everybody else. Who got 4?
Who got
Washington.
4? Giants.
Washington got 4.
The Giants got 4.
Washington got
Giants
3.
got 4. Washington got 3. Giants got 4.
Yeah. And
then who
little
else?
Philly
And then-
got 1.
Little Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And San Fran got 5 like us, right?
Right.
We got 5. Yeah.
And they getting closer and closer.
They
Every
getting
5
closer every
years.
year.
Every 5 years, they get right at the door.
Bro,
Every
they
5
get-
years, they
Like,
get
bro,
right
they
at
get-
the door.
Right to it, man.
Like, bro,
Of
man,
passing
that's why we
us.
gotta do something, 'cause
And
they
y'all
be getting
know.
right there.
If San Fran pass us, ooh.
Oh, it's man, bro. I don't want to hear that. That's the one I don't want to hear, because they will never, ever, ever let up.
But big game, man. You know how they used to treat us. You know, they used to treat us the little brothers, man. In San Francisco, the little brothers when they were winning in the 90s.
In the 80s, that's
in the 80s, yeah.
in the 80s, because that was their little run. Because
Yeah.
I was just watching it today, Law, in 81, because they were talking about teams that the best teams that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, right? And that 81 team, Dallas was one of the top teams in the whole NFL in that 81
Danny
season.
White, baby.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And Danny White wasn't no chump. You feel me? He took him to the
3 times.
3 straight or 2 straight? Three straight, because they lost to Philly, and then we lost to Washington, and then we lost to who we're just talking about right now,
Niners. Nope.
San Francisco.
Yeah, the Niners. Yeah.
But that was the beginning of the end, because once San Francisco beat Dallas, they went on their run.
Yeah, they
Right.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. But final words, man.
Final words. Well, we apologize. We had these technical issues. I'm gonna apologize first and foremost. Quentin Q was actually in our feed.
Yeah,
we saw him. He was like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So we tried a whole bunch of different things for him to come back in. It didn't happen. So we're just gonna pre-record it, figure it out, and then drop it for y'all later. So that's my apologies on that, as far as that situation. But we'll get that back up and popping. It always happens. It's the NFL. It's hard to get those things to go down sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, at least he
Murphy's
didn't
Law.
PC you,
But-
man. If you know that.
Oh yeah, PC. He ain't PC. No, or QC.
Oh yeah, QC.
PC and QC.
Boss don't know about it.
Don't get on the list. Don't get on the list. Don't get on the list.
I mean, we
That's
were
an
talking
insider.
all good stuff
That's
about
an
PC,
insider.
boy. I was buttering
PC,
up.
boy. We was buttering up PC, boss. We was buttering up PC, boss.
You got to
We was
catch
buttering.
me up, dog. I'm not even in the loop,
Yeah.
big dog.
Yeah.
Patrick
With
Creighton,
this,
you know,
this
I can
was
see
your
it's
off air.
inside because y'all enjoying it, big dog. Y'all enjoying it.
You know.
Patrick Creighton, that was some funny. Boy, that was some funny
Oh my
stuff,
gosh, man. The
That
Soto
was some
song.
funny stuff. But yeah, hey,
They say DeSoto's
Final-
on. You know, I played against Creighton.
Who, you?
Did you?
Yeah, I played against Creighton in high school. Yep.
Oh, my. You cold-blooded, wasn't he?
I shut him down.
You shut him down. What I'm talking about.
He did Public Enemy. I shut him down. Shut
him down.
He shut Patrick Creighton down, baby. So that's why he dropped the ball, huh?
Down.
Nah.
He was boss was in his head.
Nah. By that time, Creighton would have destroyed me. By that time, I wasn't ready for Creighton. By that time, but when we was paying our dues. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
He's like, I was there.
No, I was.
Patrick
Minnesota
Creighton
versus
was
Carr.
the slowest kickoff return / punt return guy that got yards in life. Name me a slow.
But he
one
would
that got
get
one.
loose. It was crazy. He would
I
get
know.
loose.
Yeah.
And he was always holding that ball. He was always holding that ball in one
Like
hand.
a bag.
He used to make me mad.
Yeah, like a
Bro,
bag
he
of
was-
potato chips.
Bro, when he
Yeah.
was running with that ball like that, I would get so mad at him.
Yeah. So final
You
words.
ain't Dion? Final words. Hey, let's go Cowboys.
All right. My final word. Bohanna, you owe us, big dog, and you got to come through. That's my final word, for real.
Yeah. That's why I gave it to Boss. I let Boss speak it.
But my final word is that I laughed to the high heavens when they said, Luke Gifford, we would like to let you test the market, but we will accept you back only on a cap-friendly deal. I was like, Luke Gifford. So if I know that they are trying to squeeze Luke Gifford, there's no chance
They
that
gonna
you know
squeeze,
what
right.
for us to get Bobby Wagner. We have a better chance of calling Bobby Carpenter, back because we don't have a chance of getting Bobby Wagner because they try to
That's
lowball
facts.
Luke Gifford.
We couldn't keep a punter, dog. Hey, Mr. Punter, you a little bit too expensive, big dog.
Wow. And that punter made the Pro Bowl and had a career year cut.
Oh my
Bye.
God!
Thank you.
But we the Cowboys.
Hey, that's
and
another
that's the
subject.
Cowboys
That's
way.
another subject. Because do we still
Cowboys
got
way.
Greg the leg?
Yep.
Oh, my.
know
So
what
we
about
kept
it?
Greg the leg and let our punter go? Boy, corporate America Cowboys, boy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my
Let me
God.
tell you.
These corporate America Cowboys,
Corporate
man. God.
Cowboys. Hey, you know what? We got a new name. You got a new name, boss. Corporate Cowboys. Everybody's
Corporate
gonna jump on it.
Cowboys.
Corporate
It's not America's
Cowboys,
team
y'all.
no more. They not
We'll
America's
take
team
you
no more.
back,
They
but
the
you gotta
corporate
come back
America
on a
Cowboys.
Cap friendly. They told Luke Gifford, you got to come back on a cap friendly
What?
deal. I can't make this
Oh,
stuff
my
up,
God,
man.
Law. Are you serious, big dog?
Yeah, that's what they definitely said. I read it too.
You're right.
And it said cap friendly. It said cap friendly, and he's
To Luke?
restricted.
To
Yes,
Luke?
and he's to
Gifford.
Luke, and he ain't played with what 2 games.
No, he blocked the hell out of that punt kick.
You stupid, Law.
He did, man. Oh, news just in. The Cowboys signed Luke Gifford to a $1 million contract for blocking the punt kick against the Patriots.
Hey man,
Bro, this is
I love
sad.
that laugh.
Ooh, this
I
is
love that
real life
laugh.
sad, bro.
Oh my God.
I love that laugh.
Oh, man, what a shame, bud, bro. What a shame. That's what we need. What a shame. God, dog.
Shame.
Shame.
God, dog.
Shame.
God, dog.
Shame.
Man. I'm out, bro.
Special team
Shoot,
hero,
I can't handle
baby.
no more. I can't handle no more, bro.
Luke Gifford, baby.
Oh, man.
Hall of Fame.
I'll be
Luke.
positive tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be positive tomorrow, bro. I can't do it today. I can't do it. Shame.
Is that off the Thriller? Is that laugh off the Thriller?
Shame.
That laugh? I don't know where I got that laugh from,
Yeah.
man. But it
Man,
was
that
funny as all
sounds like,
get
I
out.
promise you, that sounds like that Vincent Price off Thriller.
That's what it is, bro. Yeah, that's that Thriller.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Yoga, fire. Yoga, flame.
Still was a fire show. Shoot.
It was a fire show.
Man, we ain't even got to listen. We don't plan nothing. We just go.
We just go. We had all sports today.
I love the fact
Hey,
that
we
you
was.
guys are very diverse, man.
Say, don't let us open it up to these other teams.
Oh, we'll smash them.
Say, because it's one thing that's true. The way we cover the Cowboys, covering other teams, too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy.
What we need to name it like during the season? Some all team final word. Maybe on a night. All team. I don't know.
All teams.
All teams. Or our word, final word sports.
Right.
Well, we can cover anything. Boxing. We can do anything. You know what I'm saying? MMA. We talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Right.